As the world keeps its eye on energy costs as the war rages on, oil is having a different impact on the Iranian people. Scientists say black rain that fell for days in Tehran, stemming from airstrikes on major oil facilities in the country, could have lasting impacts on human health and the environment. Rachel Cletus is the Senior Policy Director with the Climate and Energy Program at the Union of Concerned Scientists, and she joins me now. Thank you so much for your time, Rachel. So much to unpack here. Iran has warned its residents about acid and toxic rain from these strikes on oil reserves. Can you break down for us what exactly is black rain?
Well, what we're seeing here is a really dangerous and widening escalation of the war, and specifically the ways in which it's impacting civilians should be of deep concern to everyone. So a few days ago, we had these oil depots in Iran that was set on fire. And now we have millions of people in densely populated places like Tehran who are experiencing the incredibly acute health impacts of that burning fuel. Now, we know when we burn oil, we release incredible amounts of pollution, not just carbon dioxide, but particulate matter pollution, carcinogens, heavy metals, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and these are very harmful for people's health. They affect airways, especially of vulnerable populations like young children, the elderly, people who have cardiovascular and breathing problems. That particulate matter can linger in the air. That black rain that people were talking about, that's actually black soot, black toxics that are being washed down. And they can linger in waterways in the soil for a long time. They can be carried by winds over further distances, as some in Pakistan have been talking about. So this is an acute human health disaster. It's an ecological disaster being experienced right now.
Yeah, those particles just incredibly dangerous to breathe in. Environmental monitor groups say that these pollutants are still hovering over Tehran, which has a population of nearly 10 million people. What are the biggest concerns to human health here?
Well, the acute concern is, of course, things like it can burn the airways, it can burn skin, but the longer term concerns are things like lingering cardiovascular and breathing troubles, exacerbating asthma, even the fact that they're carcinogens, so it can cause things like cancer later on. And again, as I mentioned, there are vulnerable populations that can experience disproportionate impacts. What I will say also is that this kind of warfare on a civilian population contravenes international law. And so we really have to recognize that even in the fog of war, attacking civilians in this fashion on both sides, this is happening on all sides of the war. Civilian populations are being attacked all over the Gulf, in Iran. This is absolutely, it's an acute situation and calls for diplomatic efforts to end this war as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I mean, this can certainly have a long-term environmental impact in Tehran and surrounding areas as well. Rachel, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate your insights there.
Thank you very much.